I was leading a board level initiative for KM. I was very anxious about how I was going to make this change happen at scale because I have no control over the associates' performance appraisal or reviews. Cognizant being a special place, one of my colleagues, Thiruvengadam Vasudevan, walks into my office and asks me, "Do you believe change management is hard?" And I said, "Yeah." And he hands me this book and says, "Read this and it will change your mind." I started reading the book and I was very excited about the possibilities. In the book, Aubrey Daniels covers a brilliant model he calls the ABC model. Antecedents that happen before the behavior itself, and the consequences that happen after the behavior. And his counterintuitive insight is that the consequences are the ones that sustain the behavior change, and antecedents may make it happen once or twice. I have mentioned before that majority of the change management initiatives focus on training and communication, which is just the antecedent. So we have to focus ourselves on consequences. And he says there are three kinds of consequences: positive or negative, immediately happening after the behavior or in the future, certainly after the behavior or may not happen. This results in a few combinations of consequences, of which he focuses on the positive, because negative doesn't sustain change. In that, positive immediate certain, he says, is the best one. Salary, positive future certain. Bonus, positive future uncertain, he says doesn't work that well, and we'll have to agree with him. With this knowledge, we had just rolled out the Web 2.0 systems of then blogs, wikis, and forums, and we were looking for a PIC. My colleague and friend Srinivas and Shankar in Hyderabad had just rolled out a war point system inspired by a client who was in loyalty rewards. In this system, you would do tasks, collect points, and exchange them for goodies from the Cognizant store. We piggybacked on that, gave a few war points for every KM contribution that you did, and that was our PIC. The blogging system went viral. Within 6 months, we had 1 million page views a month, and within 18 to 36 months, we had reached 3 to 5 million page views a month. The CEO was blogging, the CFO was blogging. The organization's 80% of people were participating and 30% were contributing to the system. Now, many people came to me and said blogging was addictive. As I researched that, I landed on B.F. Skinner's variable intermittent rewards. B.F. Skinner happens to be one of the earliest behavioral psychologists focusing on behavior change. And his theory is that when you have variable rewards, it creates addiction. So let you log to the blogging system, you will see a blog post from the CEO, or you might see a blog post about a movie or about a project. Since you don't know what exactly you are going to get, it creates a variable intermittent reward system. This is the same model Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn use to get us addicted to these systems. Now, while I was very happy with the progress that we have made, I was also dissatisfied by the fact that the middle management was not participating very well. They were reading the blogs, that I could tell through the click stream, but participation was not sufficient. And why is that? They felt that maybe bloggers have too much time on their hands, or maybe they were not the high performers. Luckily enough, we were able to do a double-blind control study using the employee engagement survey data. And we found that bloggers were actually significantly more engaged and happier by as much as 3 to 8 percentage points. Now, even improving 1% on the survey is a big deal. On the performance front, they outperformed the others by 10 percentage points or more. But then I felt this was tip of the iceberg. The bottom of the iceberg that middle management wanted from KM was productivity and innovation. Luckily for me, a key leader in my team, Rajshri Natarajan, came up with this brilliant idea called Cognizant 2.0, an integrated process, project, and knowledge management that had a substantial impact on productivity, which we rolled out organization-wide. On the innovation front, something very interesting happened. Thanks to Professor Bala Iyer of Babson College, who was working with us on some KM research. I'm sorry to say he recently passed away in an unfortunate manner. When he was working with us, he was amazed by what we were doing, and he asked us to do social network analysis, and he taught us how to do that. And when we completed that analysis, we found to our surprise that the top two bloggers, Karthiban and Meenax, were connected to 10,000 or more associates individually. And the top 300 bloggers were connected to more than 1% of the organization individually. So if we planted a message in these top 300 blogs, we can quickly reach the entire organization. Now, Karthiban was using the blogging system to orchestrate his volunteering work. And many other bloggers were also helping him with that. Srinivasan Shankar, our chief people officer, was impressed by that, and he convinced Cognizant management to launch the Cognizant Outreach Initiative with another top blogger, Archana Raghuram, at its helm. And Cognizant Outreach has done wonderful work to help the disadvantaged people across the world in most of the communities we operate in. On the blogging front, we took the help of bloggers to evangelize innovation. And with early support from leaders like Mahesh Venkateshwaran, my friend and colleague, we were off to a roaring start. On the ABC theory front, we realized that Aubrey Daniels' point that we should not use PFC and PFU was not quite correct. So we constructed the managed innovation we called different strokes for different folks using all the three types of consequences. Innovation and Idea Champion Certification, which is PFC. Innovation Index, which is PIC. Innovation Fairs and Summits and Journals to increase the visibility and morale. iBank, which is an individual contribution, PIC. Innovation Management Software, and Innovation Awards, which is a PFU. With all these elements in place, the innovation program created $1 billion of continuous innovation impact by our associates for our clients. A key leader in my innovation team, Kumar Sachi, wrote a comprehensive article for the McKinsey HBR Global Innovation Competition describing our entire program in great detail. That won us the recognition of being in the global top 10 in the field of innovation itself. These and many other techniques I have covered in this series so far form what we call today in Tiny Magic the High Poha Transformation Accelerator System.